Now we are going to learn the house of quality example, and here I have taken the example of an automobile. So here the first point what it says that for an automobile the customer may have certain requirements. Okay, and what are these? These are the voice of customer. Certain requirements such as fuel efficiency, the safety, the comfort, as well as the brake horsepower or the sitting capacity, all those are the weight of the automobile with different relative weightage. So ultimately what is this? These are the voice of customer. So all that will come under the voice of customer, that what the customer actually wants. So these are the requirements of the customer or voice of the user. Now comes to the second point, then what you are going to do? Then we are going to talk about the importance rating. The weight of an automobile may not be relevant for various customers. So the weightage will be less. But as we see in different advertisement on the television, we see our people, or maybe in India, we have a huge fantasy towards the fuel efficiency like kilometer per hour. We are talking about the mileage. Whenever we buy a car, our focus is what would be the fuel efficiency. So here fuel efficiency is the highest importance rating. So maybe fuel efficiency is one requirement of the customer and which may get the highest weightage here, so that the weightage is also assigned, and there are standard statistical technique to calculate this importance rating. But right now what is happening, we are not going to go into the detail how we will calculate the importance rating, but just we are trying, what we are trying to do, we are just trying to understand the overall house of quality. So maybe based upon the user's requirement, fuel efficiency is one requirement. Now come to the next point, what it says that, so here we have the voice of customer and we can have four inputs here. Then we have relative importance of this voice of customer, and we will try to establish a relationship or interrelationship between the technical requirements as well as the voice of customer. So now what is going to happen? We are going to see here. Now if we suppose one is fuel efficiency, here we will see how technically we can achieve that fuel efficiency, may be redesigning of the engine or designing or redesigning of a particular fuel injection system. So that will come here as a technical requirement. Comes to the next point, what it says that, so we have a voice of customer regarding fuel efficiency and a technical requirement which will help us to achieve that customer requirement, and then we have a relationship matrix, and these relationship matrix usually we will have three ratings for the relationship matrix, and that is high, medium and low. And after that, here suppose fuel efficiency is directly related to one of the technical requirements, we will say they have a strong relationship. Or in other case, one of the voice of customers may not be related to a particular technical requirements, we will say they have a weak relationship among them. Sometimes people are saying, okay, mileage doesn't matter to me, just I need a good powerful engine. Okay, that time fuel efficiency is not at all the voice of customer. So when users are saying fuel efficiency I require the most, that time your importance rating is the highest and your relationship metric is also higher. Okay, so that depends upon the voice of customer. So we have a technical requirement matrix, voice of customers, and this is the correlationship matrix between the various technical requirements, because one technical requirement may have positive influence on the other technical requirements, or one technical requirement may have a negative influence on the other technical requirement. So it happens, like I said, if someone is saying I need a higher capacity of the engine, you just take the example of 200, 350, then the people cannot talk about the mileage. Okay, So somewhere when you are taking the higher capacity engine, your engine size is increasing, capacity is increasing, but mileage is decreasing. That is a negative influence. So based upon that, we will fill this correlationship matrix as well. So here we have understood the correlationship matrix, technical requirement, voice of customers, importance rating, and the relationship matrix. All this will be filled. Then from customer competitive assessment way, this is a kind of an output that we get based on this analysis. So what we did here, we just tried to fill the upper matrices or the upper rooms. Now we are going to see what is going to happen with the customer competitive matrix. So here what we can do, we can put 2 or 3 competitive companies and try to relate or benchmark our particular output with the relative companies, that what the other companies are going to do, or what there are, you can say the targets, or how they fare on the voice of customer may be better than them in 3 of the options, are 3 customer requirements. So ultimately we are going to check, but maybe fare poorly for the 4th customer requirement, or 2 or sometimes it may so happen that we are not competitive on any of the customer requirement with the competitive company. Suppose if you are launching a new product, then obviously you are not the competitive with the other requirements. Okay, like you can take the example of VR devices. When it was launched, they have the monopoly, but when the time passed, then other people have also started the product, then the competitors have launched the priced lower price VR devices. So ultimately this will help us to benchmark our performance within context of needs and requirements of the customer of our company and compared to the competitor company. And finally, this is competitive technical assessment, that which technical requirement has got more, you can say, importance as compared to the other. So what is this? This is nothing but the inter-technical requirement competitive assessment, and we will try to understand this with an example. So we have already considered this thing, and in the last, what we are going to do, we are going to have the operational goals or the target, and this is the one standard house of quality which is used maybe or most of the companies for accessing their product. So ultimately what they are doing, based upon the voice of the customer, they are making the complete house of quality. They are putting various points in different sections, and based upon the different sections, every companies, they are taking the decision. Okay, so this is the complete house of quality. I hope you understood the concept. Thank you so much.